This is TikTok's couple everyone pretends to like. For me personally, I like the couple. But there's a lot of you out there that do not, under any circumstance, mess with this couple.
My wife's younger. Of course we're gonna go grocery shopping at Trader Joe's.
My husband's older. Of course he thinks he can fit $300 worth of groceries in this little thing.
What?
Now I came across their page, their TikTok, their aesthetic, and I liked it. The comments were happy. Times were good. People were thriving. And then you start to notice a comment. Comment here. What's the age gap? A comment there. Oh my gosh, how old is he? These comments are gnawing at the conscience of these viewers. And eventually it got to a breaking point. These emotions couldn't be bottled up anymore. And someone had to do something about it. Someone had to speak. And that's when someone made a post on r/TikTok gossip. Anyone else get weird vibes from this couple? Let me tell you, people had a heyday. 30-year age gap is wild and a little icky. Most age gap couples give me weird vibes. They drive me insane. Today we're looking at these claims. I'm going to hand you your gavel of judging, and together we're going to decide if these claims are valid, if there's any truth what the angry mob on Reddit is saying. The first accusation comes from this comment. He hit on her in a yoga class and she totally ignored him until she heard that he had money. And then she changed her tune. Wow, it's a tough one. My initial thoughts, W cold approach by Michael. All right, clap it up. I'm not gonna say game is game. There's still the age gap here in question, so we're not gonna say that yet. And honestly, I think Michael did a good job. Okay, I'm sure there's people gonna leave some comments that would secretly want to trade places with Mr. Michael. You know, maybe we're hearing a lot of this and not a lot of that, because some of you guys should be taking notes. Someone had to say. But what if this comment is right? I mean, what if she switched up after finding out Michael had money? I mean, isn't Michael more than his nest egg that he developed from being a print model? I mean, is that all he is to her? Is a walking dollar sign? Is a walking cash register? Today we're gonna find out, okay? How did they meet? Let's hear him talk about it.
It was like hitting on her in yoga, moving up to the front row.
He was. I saw him checking me out in yoga, and I was like, what does this old guy want?
I was like, hey, do you want to, I brought up Game of Thrones because she hadn't seen Game of Thrones. I was like, what?
I had actually just started watching it when we met.
Oh, right, and you said
like,
that to me, and I was like,
yeah.
oh, we should just keep watching that. And I haven't seen it forever. We should watch it together. She was like, yeah.
And that was part of our first date.
Right. And then she invited me over for a little dog walking session when she was house sitting. She thought I was in LA.
After saying no to him like 7 different times.
Yes, you did.
But
and then she asked.
But then he stopped asking me out, and I was like, where did the attention go?
Uh-huh. See that, guys? Show a little interest, pull back. And that's the story of us. How lovely.
Cute.
You know what I said about taking notes? You can cross those out. Oh, Michael, 7 times. Wow. What was a change of heart? Oh, that doesn't look good. I also like the song that's playing in the background, Daddy Issues. I mean, girls, in the comment section, let us know. Like, if a guy asks you out 7 times and then stops asking, like, why would you give him another chance? You know, I don't think we have enough evidence to rule either way, but I'm leaning with the jury on this one, okay? But there's more accusations, all right? This is not the only one. Let's go to the next one. 30-year age difference. That just kind of sounds like a fact. Let's find out if that's real. If he started dating her during that time, he'd be in jail. Okay. So the age difference is not 30 years, it's 19. Wow. But I mean, there's people in the comments, you know, my parents have 21 years difference. Literally me and my partner. Y'all are so adorable. I mean, maybe you found a different audience on TikTok. You know, I'm not gonna judge someone else's relationship. You can make your own moral decisions on age gap relationships, but 19 years, that's a few generations you gotta adjust to. This next accusation is probably the biggest. Why do age gap couples feel the need to make that their entire personality? Is the age gap thing their entire personality? Let's find out.
My wife's younger. Of course all her friends' birthdays are going to be a month-long celebration. I mean, why would it be just one day?
My husband's older. Of course he's going to tell me about Super Bowls that happened when I was in kindergarten.
My wife's younger. Of course I'm going to use all her skincare products.
That's why they're always gone.
Oh.
My husband's older. Of course I have to teach him to use all the applications on his phone. And usually he just needs to scroll down.
That's just one video.
Yeah, exactly. She's 27, so this is okay. I mean, she's not like it's 18 and a 50-year-old. I mean, I'm 46, she's 27. I'm thinking that's what this person means.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what the yelling is for, but I think they're standing up for me.
Yelling
if
me
you
in
were-
all caps?
Yeah, like, she's 27. I read
Yeah,
it
I
yelling.
think she's sticking up for you, being
Yeah.
like, she's 27, it's okay, she's an adult, we can date, we can get married in November, we can do this. That's gotta be what it is.
I think so. So if you were standing up for me, thank you. And yes, I am 27, so I do think this age gap is acceptable.
Oh, here we go. Michael is simply doing a thirst trap. So no, it is not their entire personality, but it's most of it. At least on TikTok, And someone did say, you know, responding to this comment because that's the most interesting thing about them. That's fair. Especially on TikTok when you're trying to stand out. You know, why is he going to talk about his hobbies? About Game of Thrones or something else, you know? When there's an age gap. And that's what anyone would comment on anyway. This is one of my favorite couples on TikTok to go through. No hate on the couple. Guys, please don't leave any negative comments on Michael's page. It seems like they're in a relationship. They're both adults. Okay. And they're going to make their own decisions. So we're just going to observe from afar.
My husband's older. Of course he needs his lumbar pillow on our road trip.
My wife's younger. Of course she's gonna sit like a passenger princess the whole time.
It's comfy.
If we ever stop short, we're gonna fold up like a pretzel.
Well, don't stop short.
Mm-hmm.
Husband's older. Of course he asked me if I got the tires rotated before we left. And I didn't.
Don't tell them that.
And I didn't get the oil changed either.
My wife's younger. Of course she's gonna have a cute little tassel thing hanging from the mirror.
It smells good.
At least it's not a graduation tassel.
Oh my god. My husband's older. Of course he wants to fill up the gas tank when
We're
we
almost out.
literally have almost a half tank.
But Michael and his boo are not the only thing happening on TikTok. There's a man on TikTok that has created the greatest business idea of all time. He is taking your complaints and reading them in front of your boss.
They all racist with snotty attitudes. Ashley is a bitch. She worked 24/7, so she hasn't had in years. They underpay and overwork the paralegals and secretaries. And they say right here, Ashley can suck my dad.
Yeah, pretty amazing. If you want to check that video out, click here. I'll see you there.